Feast your eyes upon game number 1. I am Kimona. I'm taking you here through game 1. There is an open commentary slot, a second mic that somebody could sit down and use. But nonetheless, game 1 will get started. Orcane and Galvin, couple of quite heavy characters, ones that are not too easy to blast zone. It's interesting to talk about, especially with anybody that wanted to sit down and commentate as well. But quick parry right there. Got that hydroplane red slide into the F-Strong, not going to be connecting. Instead, it's going to be River's combos. Drill does get taken out by that special getup, but the little Orcane jab to set up for the tech chase. Definitely the primary use case for that tool, looking for those tech chases, but tried, I think maybe was looking for a puddle right there, but Steve did not have one on stage, didn't side B back to the ledge, so Orcane first stock going down, but Steve's stocks are going right back up. Quick grab of the ledge. There's the side B, but again, that Galvin recovery, you know, maybe has its weaknesses, but contestable in the side B. Up B, not as much. It lacks in range, but that hitbox is quite big, as too is the one on the down air. You're getting crashed into that bottom blast zone for River to be going up 2 stocks to 1 right here. All right, coming right back down with that powerful down air, but at those early percents, not going to find any combinations following up just yet. See what the response is here at the ledge. Coughing baby hitbox to that back air. Not going to find any follow-ups either. Low to the ground. Not going to tend to have a ton afterwards. Now, if you hit that weak back air, that hit 1 in the air, definitely have room for follow-ups. Players like Maya, of course, have shown that off before. Plenty of other Orcanes have, but right now it's Steve showing off that slide in with the forward strong. Hydroplaning all over the place and showing off just how deadly those slides can be. And now putting the puddles right back up, percentages to even, and look, Orcane can make those numbers climb very quickly. Steve looking clutch as can be, but the quick parry right there and not ready for the magnetism, so where's the Marble 2 Thief? You're gonna get taken for a ride. Up to 81%. These two players still running relatively even. Getting reset back up on the platform though, and Steve just setting right back to the center, but knows that you got to be wary now with those bubbles roll in. The pivot grab was just a little bit too early, but there is another parry. Downstrong's not going to get the job done against a heavy and high gravity character such as Orcane, so both of these players still looking for their finisher. Steve's starting to close in on those percentages. Strong's in the middle of the stage. You might even have some conversions available into nairs off the side. It's just going to be sliding right in with the strong off stage. So deep and close to the blast zone. Reset right there with the nair and just quickly sliding in. Using the word slide a lot, but it does apply to Orcane a lot. And nonetheless, game number 1 will go to Steve. Excellent comeback after the way that game started. A couple of unfortunate plays off stage. Dropping those stocks pre-100%, which is about where you would expect Orcane to go. But nonetheless, you are going to see in just a second here that it is indeed Steve up 1-0. So it will be River's counter pick. You know, that's a good question. Orcane and Galvin being the same weight. You know, I'll give you a theory right here. You know, Galvin's not made of metal. He just has metal accoutrement, right? And Orcane is, like, practically made of water. I mean, you see he could toss out those bubbles with alarming alacrity. There's a lot of water inside Orcane. Like, I don't know if you've ever, like, you know, you picked up, like, a 24 pack of water bottles from the grocery store, 48 if you're going to Costco. Water heavy. Water's heavy. It's pretty dense. It weighs a lot. Liquids are pretty dense. And I think Galvin, from the savannah, from the plains, dry individual. Dry individual. It makes perfect sense to me. I don't know. Metal and rock are denser than water? Not for my money. I mean, again, he's not made of metal. Most of him is flesh. He's just got like the metal covering. I wouldn't say that, what would you say, like a medieval knight? That's not made of metal. He just got metal around him. Wouldn't say a modern day soldier's made of Kevlar. But nonetheless, physics aside, we are looking at a game with talking animals that can shoot bubbles and use magnetize. Yeah, exactly. my goodness. Nonetheless, 2 stocks apiece. Both of these talking animals. You know, or I'm just realizing, you know, most of them are talking animals. These 2 don't really talk at all. These 2 don't talk. If we're being technical, neither of these characters actually float in water. If you want to talk about Merchant Port, nobody knows how to swim in this universe. But here we go nonetheless. Still on Jules Wheel percentages. Looking real even. We're going all the way over to the side of the stage. No parries, no nothing. You got to respect that Arcane can hop out of there. And Galvin doesn't really have the speed to race all the way over, despite his race car-like dash. He is moving, but not with the speed that you might expect. Good reaction right there from Steve. I like seeing that projectile. The neutral B just popping right up off of the drill, back up into the air, but and just playing it safe, going right back into the corner. And man, I mean, when you look at Steve's gameplay style, I mean, matches up pretty well against Galvin. I like the amount of just burst movement, right? Both of these players definitely giving it their all. Back throw, not going to get it done on a heavy guy like Galvin. But there's that big down air. Normally a really big combo setup, and up strong, it's not a sweet spot, but it is still enough to take that stock. So River staying up 2 stocks to 1. I did see her have the lead back in that game number 1, and Steve was able to bring that back, not even with as much of a deficit as we see now, but this is an angry Galvin. Hold the phone, 45%, forced to use that up B quickly, so percentages continue to just escalate up the ladder. But here we see River once again. I love going for that tech chase right there, setting up with the down air, but we do see Steve fire back, and last time looking clutch in these last stock situations. See if River can turn the table around. DI sets up for the up throw. Lots of resets right here from River, but is going to get caught by that get up right back from Arcane. See Steve keeping on that pressure, and 49%, you're starting to get into scary, scary places. You got to keep in mind the myriad of hitboxes, tons of damage that Arcane can put on a heavy character like this, and tech chases. Oh my goodness, they can be scary too. Steve finally finding some time to put down a puddle. Could have absolutely led to a deadly scenario there at the end, but because you had to go to the puddle, you had to go right into the loving drill of Galvin, evening up this set at 1-2-1. My goodness. Alrighty. Game number 3. How we doing, chat? I love the science in here. I love the folks in chat staying curious, being scientific, knowing about the density of ice and water. Guess it makes sense though if you've seen icicles, you've seen snowflakes. The molecular structure, you know, liquids like to stick together. Solids tend to be quite dense, but they're not always fully packed in. Sometimes they leave some gaps. I love that we have a Mythbusters chat in here right now. Joining them, Steve Reen and Riveriver. Between them, more than 2 years of Rivals of Aether 2 experience. But here we go, we're on the scrapyard for game number 3. In case you're not familiar, the stage skin for Etherean Forest. So small blast zone, small stage size, big hitbox from Arcane right there. River saving the double jump, but not going to save you without snapping the ledge. That forward throw once again, keeping Galvin in a dangerous spot. But River always keeping that double jump on lock. These recoveries have been excellent thus far, keeping that survivability of Galvin, who can be a scarily fragile character off stage, but being a new character, people still not familiar with the different routes, the different places that those destinations can change off stage, and being able to survive that long, especially as a heavy character, make your recovery really last, maybe even longer than you think it should, can be really, really key. And you can see River, those mix-ups have been super, super nice on those Galvin recoveries all night, but now both of these players certainly well within kill percent. Set up for the tech chase. River tried to find it. Instead, it's only a weak F-tilt that is going to be put into play. You gotta watch that drill there on the bottom. Recovery routes heavily limited right now for Steve. Is able to maneuver around that drill out there, keeping the pressure on. I love that down B as well, popping the puddle, but 158%, and yes, taking a trip to the bottom blast zone now for that first stock. River not out of the danger zone, back throw. It can do it from so many places here on this stage, and boy, we're going all the way up. River nonetheless able to make it back, and things a little bit started with that down air. Tried to get a hit to proc off stage just so that the drill could connect, just pixels away from activating the puddle on that F throw, which would have gotten it done, but does eventually hit the side blast zone, so stocks now even at 2-2. All right, Steve back on stage. Might be getting a co-commentator here in a second, which is great because this mic's been open for some time and my voice hurts, but if I don't get a co-commentator, it won't be the end of the world. I'll survive because I've got you, Twitch chat, and we've got this sick gameplay. We're in the middle of a best-of-5 set. It is game number 3, which means we're guaranteed to go at least some form of distance, and right now, these two players, you can just look at the stock counts, the game counts, and see it for yourself. They are even as can be. And I'm not even in gameplay, but I'm even more excited to have a co-commentator again. I don't know which one of these buttons unmutes what. I think it's this one.
Is that what I'm supposed to sound like?
It does. That sounds like you. Welcome.
Hi. Not to make this about myself, but there are a lot of sets we played and losers in the ultimate side. Well, that shit looks like a gauntlet.
Don't keep them waiting.
That's not me. No.
Oh, good for you.
I'm waiting for a lot of stuff to happen.
Well, that's good.
You know the clock on Jojo Hobo on Jonas?
Yeah.
That shit's at 56 minutes.
Not surprising.
Round. Yeah.
You know, the man who must enter everything.
Apparently his last name's Ashby. I think he's got to change it to Murphy. As soon as everything just goes wrong.
His law.
Yeah.
Ooh, up air right there does take the stock. I thought we would see the easy forward air, but River got the magnetization anyways, so easy stock to be taken. And still, honestly, given how good the recoveries have been, a relatively healthy percent.
Yeah, I gotta ask, because I haven't seen too much of Galvin before. Is there like a specific player base that's been gravitating towards Galvin more than anything?
Not really, no. This has not been a crazy popular character, particularly in terms of the high-level play. Mystery Soul has picked up this character, which was, you know, kind of known for a while. We knew that Mystery Soul was going to have a Galvin, and you're going to have a dandy old time. At least get better in the side blast zone, get the connection into the side special. River earning that game number 3 win to go up 2-1. Fire the Pyro.
Yeah, wow. This character, it's very hard to get to grips with what a new Rivals character does. You know, there's a lot of luck on the first two being like, what was it? The first two were like Opsa and Olympia. This being the like absolute first brand new one we've seen of the game. It takes a lot of adjustment to like recognize the things that this character is able to do. There's no assumptions as to what they're going to be doing to you. You just kind of have to take whatever happens. I was watching Soul play this character at Rivals 2, and I was confused at why Galvin was on the Angel platform off stage.
Because he can create his own.
That's not. I don't think that's an Angel platform there. I think that's something else.
Yeah. He can create his own little UFO. Yeah, Galvin, I mean, we did see Olympia and Opsa in Rivals 1. Olympia in the workshop. I think it did get official release later as well. In Opsa much earlier on in the Rivals roster. But yeah, Galvin, like you're mentioning, like the first of the actually brand new characters that we just have no idea what's coming.
Oh
but
my God.
You better start believing in what he can do, because once he gets his hands on you, my God, River is moving.
Yeah, it's very freaky when a character this big is moving that fast. Also, that get up attack not hitting the tail. I know that there can't be a hitbox on that tail just because of what I saw, but like, has that been throwing people off, the fact that the tail's not that hittable?
No, I think Galvin's just so big in general that
it doesn't matter. They'll just hit him anyways.
It doesn't really matter. I think that most people in Rivals are aiming for center mass anyways. You know,
sure.
I think that's been the general fait accompli for this character, but
that's got to be a general right. Just like go for the head.
Yeah. Okay, we're recycling at the ledge though. That's one big part about that side B, is that it is negatively disjointed. Before the recent patch was even more negatively disjointed than you've been seeing here.
That
Oh
is
my
the
goodness, we're
least
going all the
negative
way up.
disjoint looking move I've ever seen. That looks like shuttle loop.
It looks like it would be. It does have a negative disjoint
that's
on it.
great.
It is now a very slight one. It was actually quite negatively disjointed. Even something like a Rano Nair would consistently beat it before. Now you have to be at least relatively decently spaced on it. Oh my goodness, yeah, we sliding.
Where's the traction value on that?
Oh, it pushes you all the way back. That move is
Interesting.
not designed to function completely well.
Yeah.
It is designed to not be great.
Man, I don't want to say this as like an insult because you could say it to about a lot of Rivals characters. This is actually like, this is Dark Samus from Trash.
A little bit.
You've got nodes. How many nodes can Galvin have? Like the
He can only have up to 3.
Okay,
And
that's
as an
good.
opponent, you can hit them and they will go away.
Okay, okay.
You cannot do it with your projectiles, which is notable. They are really good at blocking projectiles, so a character like a Fleet or a Zetterbird can struggle opposing Galvin even.
By the way, those stocks lasted a really long time.
Yes, we are on Fire Capital, so the Blast Zones are titanic,
Yeah, and
to say the least.
two of them are heavy as well.
These two characters are the same weight, in fact.
Yeah, they're still going to be like at most 2 minutes from time. They're not going to run it out.
Yeah, and I mean, these players do build up the damage very quickly, but their edge guarding, which is normally the thing that will come into play and, you know, question how early you can take stocks on this stage. The edge guarding has not been there. We have not seen super early stocks being taken, at least by edge guarding. We've seen a couple of SDs, but yeah, as far as actual edge guards, not as much. There's another toss-up.
Oh my God.
Reset with that Falco-esque down air. Oh my gosh.
Galvin combos are very
Fun.
I mean, I can't say that they're fun. I haven't played this game in like 6 months.
Fun to watch.
Yeah. I did see there was a big crowd gathering around this character at Port 9. Like, it was, I mean, of course, like, new character want to watch it, but like, when you get to be funny off stage like that, it sort of invites like a whole new kind of audience. Like, people will want you to hit the bullshit.
Well,
Oh,
and
going high?
he's just one of those guys where every hit feels so meaty, and it's because, as you can see, they are.
Oh, I love you, Arcane.
It was one of those times where the character dropped. I was like, I don't really know if I'm gonna play him, but like, you know, I'll give every character at least a little bit of a try.
Yeah.
Instantly hit. Just every time I hit a move in training mode, I was like, oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels really
certainly
good.
seems like the character where, like, you could really just pick him up and go.
A little bit.
What's the new character that's coming out?
Lorena?
Yeah, Lorena. That's like for the retired PM players. Like, everyone who is over the age of 26 is going to be playing Lorena, like, easy.
Now, you would think so, but Incineroar and Zangief, she is not.
No,
Grappler only in name.
Okay, grappler in name or in function? Because if you're a fat grappler, like, retired people play Donkey Kong.
I mean, she grapples, but
I saw a fucking nurse saying I'm going to pick this character up. That's a flag to me.
well, Nurse plays every character.
Okay.
So we'll be fair about that. That's like,
Oh my God, nice catch.
yeah, my goodness.
Also a
RC,
nice
that
catch.
up air hit, boom. One stock apiece here. River only needs one more to take the set, but Steve obviously will look to push it to a game 5. Only took that game number 1, and it has been the River show since then.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to down B.
Yeah, I don't know what Galvin's down B is, but it was definitely getting prevented multiple times. It looked like a ground pound, like an Edela style ground pound
Chain
being
grab.
attempted.
Yeah,
Chain
so
grab.
there? On the ground, it'll like kind of go up in the air. It'll snatch people out of the air. Not as good of an anti-air as doing like, you know, literally any of his
carry
aerials.
catch.
But in the air, yeah, you will grab them and then you will pound to the ground. Damn. And the pound to the ground has a hitbox. You might see it, you might not, because River's about to put on the hurt.
Oh my God, still being stuck in the air here for a while. That's okay. We're finally getting back down. That was getting really scary there. I don't know if there was a puddle there for Steve to work his way down.
Has one set up at the ledge. That definitely means I'm going for the throat here. And obviously, you get hit off to the right. You can use that to recover very effectively.
Where are we going? I thought that was going to send him to free fall.
Ooh. Okay, so here come the mix-ups. You got the air dodge available, and Steve gets off the ledge a little bit early. Definitely could have been the moment for capitalization. And missing that grab, we've seen River's been off on the timing on that a couple of times and fishing for some shield drops right now. Steve is not biting, though, and does reset the situation back off stage. River intelligently just going to that top platform that Arcane has some trouble reaching immediately like some other characters can get up there, and it's, man.
Wow, these two are like really struggling to find the hit on each other. This is getting nervous. I mean, it's set point for River, so just get tech chase here, maybe? I don't know if this character has anything.
It's neutral pummel right there. We see Steve going to the wall. Still has pummel available, but got caught before it's done. Set's not over yet. Down strong.
Okay.
It's enough all the way to the corner. 3-1 victory for River.
The purple didn't show up for a bit on that down smash. I'm assuming that's what that was. And immediately, like, there's just fear of, like, there's no way this is going to continue any longer.